Hello everyone, and welcome to another reaction video of My Student Spirit. Today we are going to be watching episode 3, Shooting Stars, and I have no idea if I actually watched this one. Like I said, it's been a long time. I don't remember if I've seen them all or anything like that. Well, I definitely haven't seen them all because 5 just came out not too long ago. Not much else to say. Make sure you go support the creators and everything. Looks like they now have comic books on Amazon if you are interested in purchasing that and helping support this animation. Last episode was a pretty fun episode. We met a lot of new characters. We got to see what would happen if the notebook got lost, and kind of how Mr. Kabeb would react. Mr. Kabeb is still needs his redemption arc. Let's just say that he's still not forgiven for what he's done. Aside from that, let's just hop straight in.
And today, the strongest psychics who have won the previous seasons of the show.
Oh. No. I think I might have seen this episode because I remember there being an episode about the psychics. I just can't remember what actually happened with them, so we'll have to see.
The tangle of tightly tied circumstances that...
Imagine going to get your fortune told and someone pulls out the Uno reverse card. Like, what does that even mean? Like, does that mean I'm going to age backwards? Huh? How does that work?
Tightly tied circumstances that led to the death of an innocent student. Elijah Dushnov, lovingly called...
Elijah Dushnov. Dushnov is your last name. Dushnov. Oh, man, you must have got bullied in high school.
Got accepted into a prestigious university in Moscow. It seemed like a bright future awaited the young...
If you got murdered, would you want all your beef aired to the public like that? Like, they just go through the family's like, oh, I hated that guy. Oh, I loved him. Oh, he was the best. Oh, he was annoying. It's like, huh. I don't know if I would be okay with that or like that or not, you know? Although, I guess for the family, it's kind of like this is his last chance to be, I guess, famous? Not famous. That sounds wrong, you know? It's his last chance for people to see him. You know what? I guess it makes sense. You want them to be remembered, so of course you're going to talk about them.
Look! Jesus Christ, I got it! I got it on camera!
On the 16th of June,
I don't mean to smile. It's just, it didn't look janky. The animation wasn't bad. It's just the way he got tossed.
Look there! Look! Jesus
he literally got ragdolled out of that window. Like, seriously. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a psychopath, maybe. Maybe I'm just a psychopath. You know what? That would explain a lot if I was a psychopath.
night, the young man fell out of the window of dormitory number 12.
Fell out of the window. No one can say he fell out of that window. Did people watch that video? That video obviously shows him, like, there was a force. That was forceful. You could see the momentum that he was carrying. That wasn't just, whoops, I fell. That was, whoosh. I'm being thrown out the window, man. These policemen, they need to get on it.
The reason behind the sudden death of the young man. And who is responsible?
Why is it, they're showing Kabeb like he's the suspect here, man. You don't have to do my man dirty like that. I know he's a jerk, but you don't have to frame him for a murder. This is a weird intro. I wonder if we're gonna get new intros every single video. That would be a lot of effort, but it would be cool. Just a lot of work for a different intro every single time.
Dimitri, the clues!
No, not that. Did they not teach you anything?
Turn it over!
In this very room, the student...
I don't know why you can't show the clues. I feel like no one would be surprised if, you know, one of your college friends was trying to figure it out. I guess you would be a stranger, though, to them, so it would be kind of weird for a stranger trying to figure it out. But then you just say, oh, I want to be a junior detective when I'm older, you know? It's been a life goal of mine to figure out a murder. You know, they'll believe that. I'm sure they will. You're a crazy college student. Why wouldn't they believe that?
To set back up and we'll roll again. The psychics are arriving, Schnell!
So, what's...
No way they didn't notice you flipped it over. He did it pretty slick. But have you ever tried to move one of those boards and, like, actually flip them over? But it would take a lot longer for me to do that.
What's going on here?
It's...
Especially with how awkwardly large that board is.
I live here.
Don't listen to him. No one lives here.
Why does she not want anyone to live there? Wait, did you really lie to make it sound more interesting than it really is? Really? So that the news studio would actually air your story or whatever? That's so dumb.
I will make contact with the souls of the fallen insects. They are always favorable.
Are these two vampires? Why not? You know? Just throw in some vampires. Why not some zombies, some witches while you're at it, you know? Why not?
Psychics of the country be able to help this grieving family find answers.
Forced with kids. Wow, that sounds like a great TV show, man. Can you imagine sitting down to watch Divorced with Kids? The life of a single dad. How fun. Everyone loves that.
Have you met?
Something like that.
Ready in 1 minute.
Were they friends? Well, probably not friends if he's so suspicious. You know, I feel like if he was friends, he'd be like, are you talking to him? Are you talking to him? Are you talking to him? But since he's not doing that, I have a feeling that they were probably like rivals. Makes sense. Nerd and nerd kind of rivals, you know, whoever gets like the highest scores or something, top in the class, you know?
Okay, I understand. And what do you think about this? Oh shit. He's f***ing squished. No matter, I have more. I can hear him. He
Is talking to cockroaches a thing? I've never heard of talking to cockroaches before. That's really weird. Like, maybe the deceased person's pet or something? But just a random cockroach? That feels very random. Is that an actual thing? Is that an actual technique that exorcists do? Or I guess these aren't exorcists. Psychics do, I guess?
He had a relationship. Strong. Nobody knew.
Lady, what are you on?
Yeah. Complicated connection. Blind leading the deaf.
Dimitri, stop her!
Domineering.
Please! Excuse me.
Stately person.
Could you tell me my fortune? You...
What was she gonna say? Because all she really said was that he had a connection. Like, a relationship. Oh, was she gonna out him as gay? Is that what it was? Is she gonna be like, he was gay? Dun dun dun! I mean, I guess. I don't know what year this show is actually placed in, so it could be a big no-no type of deal. Or it could be just I don't want this person I'm in a relationship to get involved in the situation and be possibly blamed or something, you know, something like that. They don't want them to have any connection to his murder whatsoever.
My dead grandmother.
She's still alive, but...
Cut.
Are you secretly a vampire? Listen. The other two, the tall people, those guys are vampires. She's just a witch. She doesn't have the fangs, you know? She doesn't have the little fangy things, you know?
What was that?
Excuse me, I'd need the toilet.
Good thing you're not an actor for real. Because that was literally the most robotic you could have sounded needing to use the restroom.
No, Dimitri, that's impossible. I guess.
Yes? I've been rummaging through your life for, what, a month now? How about I tell you about my girlfriend? We're meeting up today.
Well, I tell you about my life and how great my life is. I know you're struggling, but let's talk about me. This guy, every time he takes 2 steps forward, he takes 8 steps back. He's trying to go somewhere, but he's going there very, very, very slowly.
Really personal. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, I wonder if maybe he admits or realizes this person killed him. That's when he's gonna, like, ascend. I don't know what other word there is other than ascend.
Fine. Take a break in here. I'll be nearby with the notebook. Come out when you're ready.
Nearby? Dude, you took like 10 whole steps. That's too far away, man. Based on what we've seen so far, the moment you even move that book an inch, he goes flying across the room. How are you going like 10 feet away?
You were talking to him in there, weren't you? You didn't blush. I recorded everything.
Jeez, man, you're a creep.
He is a creep, but I don't know why he's like saying this as if he's going to blackmail him with this. Like, why does he think that this is, like, anything to do with him or want to blackmail him or anything? Unless that's his whole shtick, is he goes on this show, is the boom man in order to, you know, try to find the murderer, I guess? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, they did zero research, didn't they? Dude, if these people did any research at all, they would know that Kabeb was not his roommate when he died. Dude, this guy's been sitting here like, ooh, I got the proof, I know you're talking to him, and then he's just sitting there jamming out. Like, my guy, if you're going to accuse him, at least have a good reason for it. I mean, as far as you know, he could just be a friend grieving, and that's his way of coping, or he could be some sort of psychopath that talks to himself, or has multiple personality disorder or something. You don't even know, man, and you're just sitting here accusing him, and you don't even have the proof.
Not your notebook. I copied from it before.
And you had it all along.
Quiet! He's speaking to me! He says that the murderer is in this room?
Really? On TV, you're going to say that based on one thing of him saying, that's my notebook. Like, that's it. That's all. That's all. You don't need any more evidence, guys. He said that this notebook was his. He was caught in a lie. Obviously, he murdered the guy. Obviously, there's no other explanation why he would say this notebook's his. Maybe, if you actually thought about it for 2 seconds, you could assume he's been cheating on his tests and he doesn't want to get in trouble for that. Why would you immediately go to murder? Why is murder even on the plate for him? Based on one tiny little lie.
He stole the notebook, too.
Exactly. I was telling the truth. And why lie about
Dimitri,
the notebook?
the clues!
No
He
shame.
just went and took it like it was his.
Absolute disgrace.
Because
I
I
can't
can
believe
see
it.
him, the ghost, and he's attached to this notebook, so I won't give it to you.
Dimitri?
To be fair, that's not a terrible idea to just tell the truth. But simultaneously, what if they actually believe you? Like, if they don't believe you, great. You're safe. You're out of the woods. If they do believe you, they might take that notebook and try to experiment on it or something, my guy. So I guess it's like a 50-50, you know?
What are you doing?
But it's also a really dumb idea, because if police actually did get involved, there's no evidence that you did the murder except for this one lie with the notebook, and the police are just going to assume you cheated on your tests and that's why you lied. So I don't know. It's just a really dumb plan for really no reason.
Sadly turned out to be nothing more than the student's attempt at becoming famous at the expense of someone else's tragedy. The film crew was forced to leave the premises of the dormitory, leaving Elijah's family with no answers.
That was probably not the best outcome. Now I was going to sound like a deranged maniac, but it's a better outcome than it could have been. But at the same time, the worst outcome was you going to jail, but that wasn't going to happen because there's no way they could convict you of murder for one little lie about something that had nothing to really do with the murder.
Honestly, I don't understand how you cannot remember your death. Because it's...
That seems to be a very big plot point in a lot of ghost movies, I feel like. When people die and they turn into ghosts or spirits or whatever, they remember like 99% of their life until the point where they died. But yeah, I feel like you should remember that.
It's like, you know, death.
I don't know. We don't remember our birth either. Maybe the same applies here.
You have to remember something.
I remember.
Okay, I understand what he's trying to say, but when we are born, it's way different because we're not adults with functioning, fully developed brains at that point. We're infants that barely know anything about the world or anything that's even happening around us. We don't even know the concept of light or sound or touch yet. We don't know nothing. But when you're dying, you have a fully developed brain and consciousness. And I'd understand maybe like the moment you died itself, that you forget like the first 2 seconds. But I feel like leading up to the death, you should remember the things leading up to the death.
I remember falling. I remember the ambulance. That's it.
Wait.
So he didn't actually die straight away, which actually, maybe that means he had brain damage, which is why he forgot. That could be why. He had some sort of brain damage and his memory faltered. Although, falling from that height and having brain damage would probably lead to him forgetting literally everything.
What if you're still alive? God damn it, the date!
He's still alive? Would that really even be a possibility? There was literally a news channel that just came here that said he was dead. There's no way that that news station had such poor information that they didn't even know if the person they were covering was dead or not. Surely they would look up, oh, dead guy, oh, let's go. Not guy in a coma, let's go, you know? That should be like the basic thing. Make sure that the guy is dead before doing a report on his dead, life.
Long.
I just got here.
Anyway, you know the show Psychic Battle?
Don't watch that stuff.
I feel like this show introduces a lot of new characters. We have been introduced to like 3 other ghosts. We've been introduced to his 3 friends. We've been introduced to the 3 sidekicks. We've been introduced to the mom, and now we've been introduced to the girlfriend. So that's like 11 people we've been introduced to, and like none of them have actually had screen time. So I wonder, either those characters were just pointless, they were just side characters, blah, blah, blah. Or I wonder if they're planning this series to be much longer than I initially assumed. Because I just assumed, it'd be like, oh, your 10, 12 episode, 1 season animation, your typical kind of animation, like somewhere between there, maybe a little shorter. But maybe it's going to go a lot longer than I assumed. That's very possible, Alright, next episode, I liked it. I did not like it as much as episode 2. Episode 2 was really good. I liked episode 2 a lot. Also, I want to apologize for the lag. There was so much lag. I was hoping as I was watching that I would get better, but it did not. It didn't. It was so laggy. I'm so sorry. It was so laggy. Oh, a cutscene. There's an after scene. 1 second.
Turned out to be nothing more than the student's attempt at becoming famous at the expense of someone.
Is this the boyfriend or the dad? Both of them would make sense. Either the dad is watching to get information, or that's the boyfriend who feels guilty or whatever. He looks pretty young, so I think that's probably the boyfriend. I'm assuming so much about this. I'm assuming they're gay. I'm assuming that's his boyfriend, not just a friend, not a brother. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm glad I saw that cutscene, otherwise I might be very confused in the future, like I normally am. If I had to rank the episode so far, 2, 1, then 3. Even though episode 1 was really scuffed with the animation, it had a lot of action, and I guess just the interest of introducing the characters automatically puts it up there, with the introductions and everything. You get an idea of everything. Episode 2 was really fun, though. I think the characters were a lot more fun compared to, like, the exorcists. I keep calling them exorcists, the sidekicks. The sidekicks did not have that much personality between them, We had 2 vampires and then one that was, like, a vampire witch, Like, there wasn't enough diversity, I guess, in this episode when it came to characters. The premise, though, was pretty good. I would have never thought about a ghost hunting show or a murder show ever if I was making this, so that's actually a really fun premise that I would have never thought of. And then animation-wise, I can't really judge because of the lag. I'll be honest. I'm sure the animation was so smooth, but with the lag on, it just... Yeah, maybe I should have recorded this a different day, but I wanted to get it done. I wanted to watch it. I could not wait any longer. I was too excited to watch. I was too excited. But anyways, guys, if you want to see me react to episode 4, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.